Are you pricing your product or service just high enough to cover your costs, then wondering why you never seem to get ahead? Well, if you've never sat down and built a real pricing strategy for profit, this video is for you. We're breaking down exactly how to price a product or service so every sale builds margin, not just covers your bills. So let's start with the mistake we see constantly, cost plus pricing. You add up your costs, tack on a small margin, and call it a price. Problem is, this method ignores the value you actually deliver and leaves you stuck if your costs shift or a competitor undercuts you. You're also not going to generate enough extra cash to invest in growth needs such as marketing, new employees, or more equipment. Instead, profitable pricing starts with understanding three things: your customer, your market, and your costs. First, understand the customer need or problem. Do you have a solution for it? Pricing starts here, not with a spreadsheet. If you can't clearly articulate the customer problem and how you solve it, you can't price around the value of solving it or understand the costs related to it. Define the scope of the service or product solution prior to moving on to the next steps. You can have multiple tiers of product services as well for different levels of solutions. Second, figure out how much customers are willing to pay for your solution. Your price shouldn't be based only on your cost. It should reflect the value your customer receives. A service that saves a client 10 hours a month or solves a painful problem can command a higher price than just time or materials alone. So ask yourself, what result am I actually delivering? And what's that worth to my customer? Research what similar businesses charge, but don't copy them blindly. Your costs, your positioning, and your target customer might be completely different. Use competitor pricing as a data point, not a decision. And this is where a lot of business owners underprice. You know your industry rate, your competitor's rate, so you price close to it without accounting for your specific expertise, speed, or results. If you're delivering more value, your price should reflect that. Third, know the cost to deliver the solution. Your true costs include both direct costs, materials, labor, or service delivery time, and overhead, rent, software, administrative, marketing. A lot of business owners only price around direct costs and forget overhead needs to be covered too. Your overall cost should also include the salary distribution you would expect to be paid for the work you perform for the business if you worked elsewhere. Services you provide to your own business are valuable, and you would need to pay someone else for those services. Once you know your costs, look for ways to deliver the same solution and the same value at a lower cost. This could mean changing your process, adjusting who's involved in the delivery, or sourcing different materials. Lowering your cost to deliver without lowering the value your customer receives is one of the fastest ways to improve your margin without touching your price. Fourth, review your projected profitability based on steps 1 to 3. Ask yourself, can I deliver this solution profitably based on the projected price and cost? Set a minimum profitability level as a hurdle for every product or service you offer. The hurdle rate is not your targeted rate. It's just the minimum profitability where the service or product is worth being offered by your business. Fifth, revisit your pricing regularly. Costs change, your skills and efficiency improve, market demand shifts. If you haven't reviewed your pricing in the last 12 months, you're likely leaving money on the table. So build a habit of reviewing your pricing at least once a year and adjust prices, especially for new customers, without hesitation when your costs or value increase. Pricing for profit isn't about charging the most you can get away with. It's about making sure your price reflects your customers' needs, what the market will bear, and your costs, with a margin lets your business actually grow. Get this right and every sale moves you closer to your goals instead of just keeping you afloat. Looking for more small business tips? Subscribe to our channel today.